YouTube, it's your girl Shanteyy, aka for Chantel, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. So this video will be totally different from the rest. And yeah, so basically this video is about a hairstyle tutorial. I'm actually doing box braids. I haven't been doing box braids for a while, or for the longest time. And yeah, so this is my hair as of now, and it's a bit rusty, pretty dried up. I've been questioning like my edges, like all around my edges, a good 360. And so I have some photos, some clips to show you on how my edges have been in a state where, it just put a lot of doubt to like what was going on for my edges to just fall off as soon as I wake up one morning. But yeah, as of now, I am assuming that it would be the best time to put in box braids as a protective hairstyle, because I think it is the perfect time to do so. And it's for safety reasons too, because I'm basically in a position where, I cannot add too much to my hair because I'm afraid of something that might be a case scenario that I cannot say. But yeah, so I'm basically having to expose myself by making a hair tutorial or box braids tutorial. It's very, very basic. I'm not going to tell you guys or basically teach you how to do box braids. I'm just gonna move on and go on with the flow and say, okay, so as of now, my hair is dirty, and I'll be right back with my hair all washed up as of now. Okay, so now I am back out of the shower. So I used shampoo, and instead of conditioner, I used water with olive oil. And so the olive oil, I bought it at the dollar store, and it was, I think, $1.50, $1.25 for the bottle. Yeah, I bought it today actually. And so I would just shake it up and spray my hair right after washing my hair with shampoo. And yeah, I just detangled my hair in the shower. That's what I usually do. In my childhood, I would usually detangle my hair out of the shower, but I think since my teenage years, I started detangling my hair within the shower to just keep my hair very silky, and just smoothing out the nappiness of my hair. And usually when I comb my hair, I start off from the end and I work my way up. So that way, if I were to start from the roots and work my way down, I'm basically ripping my hair. But if I work from the ends to the roots am, slowly detangling each nap at a time instead of ripping out my hair, which is why my hair grows, or it's assumingly grows that fast, because I have less breakage when I do it that way. And yeah, so now my hair is actually part in two. Um, when I'm always in the shower, I don't comb my hair all at once. I actually section my hair in two. Most people, they actually section their hair in four, depending their own preference. But I section my hair in two, so that way I can manage my hair a bit differently and a bit easier than just all at once. And yeah, so I'm guessing I'll just start off by removing the towel off my head. And as you can see, my hair is separated in two. Um, and also I'm gonna start off by blow drying my hair. And in that case, I would need to separate my hair in four, to, because just if my hair is just separated in two, I mean, it's just too much hair to comb at once. So, I just work bit by bit before combing everything at once, because I do have kinky hair, and when my hair is dry, that is when my hair is a bit harder to manage, and there is a lot more chance that I would have more breakage as well, because my hair is dry. And so the nappiness, well, it would just create more strainage, and a strainage or straining in my hair, and I wouldn't want that. So yeah, so I would just start off by sectioning my hair in four. I'll just remove these elastics. I bought myself new elastics, by the way. So these thin ones, I'll just throw them out. And I'll use these ones here. They're actually a bit thicker than the previous ones I just thrown out. I would just need a few. Okay, my towel. Just keep my towel on the side here. I'll just fold my towel so that way, if my hand gets too greasy or it gets too wet, well, I'll just have it aside here and just pat my hand on the towel. Alright, so for those who want to know what kind of blow dryer I have the Curl Collective 1875 watt ionic ceramic dryer. That's what it's called. And so this is the English version of the hair dryer that I have. I can't remember the price exactly. I got it at Walmart for around, I'm assuming like $55, around that price. It can be less, it can be more, but it's around $50 for sure. Hair dryers nowadays, they're pretty expensive, especially when it comes to flat irons as well. They're also expensive. I was actually looking for a flat iron and a hair dryer at the same time, because the first time I bought mine at Walmart in Alberta, I think they were like $20 each. So it came up to around $50 after tax. Yeah, but after buying this hair dryer, I mean, it's in good quality, right? I'm not complaining. But $50 was enough. I was like, okay, forget the flat iron. All right, so I'll just remove the twists. Okay. All right. You know what? I might just keep my towel around my shoulders because it's a bit dripping and I wouldn't want that. All right, so I have my rat tail comb. This is what we call a rat tail comb. A rat tail comb has its own pointy tip, and the teeth of the comb are very, very fine. So if you have anything similar to this, doesn't have to be identical, but if you have a rat tail comb with a pointy tip, very long and pointy, and has thin teeth, that's what we call a rat tail comb. I'm assuming not all rat tail combs have thin teeth. They can have big teeth as well, but usually, it's pronounced as it is a rat tail comb. So any comb that has a pointy tip, that's what we call a rat tail comb, basically. So so I'm gonna use my rat tail comb, and I have my own mirror here. So I'll look through the mirror as I part away. All right. So my hair is finally parted in four. I'll give you a little twirl. I'm on a chair, by the way, so it's pretty rusty on the ground, you know what I mean? So I'll just move my chair away and I'll bend a little to see if you guys can get a 360. Okay, so this is the front. Then the back. Can you see the back? Yeah, so basically that is a 360. Yeah. Okay. So now that I have my four parts, I'll start off section by section, and in order to blow dry my hair. That's what I usually do. So let's do that. And I might just trim my ends as well in this clip. am finished sectioning my hair. That's one. And I'll keep my hair sectioned in 4 parts as I braid away my box braids. I trimmed my end. Yeah. Not even an inch. An inch is just too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might take my hair to grow an inch, like a month and a half or two, right? And usually I would trim my hair every 3 months, but my life had been rocky, very, very rocky. And so for me to see my edges, just falling out or just growing back on one side, and then there's like a sharp cut in the back, and I'm trying to figure out like what is what. And I just choose to comb my hair, wash my hair, and just leave it. Just don't touch it at all, period. But at this time, like, things are different in certain case scenario, and I assume that having box braids would be preferable. It would be preferable in ways that is safer for me to just keep my hair as it is, and don't have to add on too much product. I can just leave my hair out for a good, I'd say a month or 2 months. And yeah, I mean, I can just wash and go and spray some olive oil, but yeah, I don't want to. Anyways, you get the point. So I'm just gonna start braiding my hair section by section, and you'd see the result as I work my way from the back to the front. Okay. All right. So I'm back. All right. So I have my pas d'échange. This is called a step exchanger, if I were to translate from French to English. To be honest, what's that? Wait, hold on. Let me clean this up. Okay, so this right here is called a step exchanger. For some reason, I don't know what a step exchanger is. However, I saw this by, what do you call it? Value Village? Value Village, that's what it's called. Well, yeah, that's what it's called here in Canada. Value Village is basically a thrift store. And I just thought that this would be the best support for my lower back, because I have a stepper. Um, Basically, the stepper is a gym equipment where you basically walk in one spot, and the pressure that you have to put in on the stepper it just had an effect on my lower back. And so when I was actually heading out to meet one of the managers at McDonald's for an interview back then, there was a value village across the street, and so I came super early. I actually came 2 hours early, thinking that it was supposed to be at 12 o'clock for the interview, but it turned out to be 2 o'clock for the interview. So I told myself that from home to go to work is about an hour or an hour and a half, depending on traffic as well. I, chose to just wander around. So as I was wandering around, I found this, right? I found this. However, I didn't buy it immediately because, like I said, I couldn't go back home and then come back on time for the interview. So I had the interview. And then what else? Yeah, I think I might have bought this like the next day. I haven't bought it on the same day. But yeah, so this caught my attention and I thought that it would be the best article or gym article to support my lower back. I did have a treadmill, but I had it for a good month after delivery, and I let it sat there in my living room. It looked spotless, but as soon as I used it for a good week, it burned out. The motor burned out. I'm like, okay, you know what? Give back my refund. I need back my refund. So I got back my refund, and I no longer have any treadmill. And I hope that my condo, because I live in a condo, would be fully supported and secure. I'm assuring that it would be secure. I don't know, I might have to buy myself another treadmill and keep it in my room, but who knows? Life is a roller coaster, to be honest. Okay, so let's start. I'm just here mumbling away, but yeah. So I got myself a expression. For those who don't know what expression is, it's actually synthetic hair, plastic hair. Kanekalon. So I have 100% Kanekalon expression hair, and it already has 6 bundles per package, and I bought myself 3 packages. The color type is number 1 because my color type is number 1, and it's actually 52 inches because I do have long hair, by the way. After 4 years of growth, I do have long hair, surprisingly. After homelessness, let me tell you. Yeah. My hair is very thin. Not very, very thin. I do have a head full of hair, but I just know that my hair is thin. Because if I were to part my hair in sections and I would just pull a strand, you'd see how I have a lot of short hair between every strand. I'm like, yo, I have a lot of shredding, and those shredding did not come from the roots. It was like if it was trimmed off. So, I was just vexed because I told you guys at the beginning of this video that I have a habit of combing my hair in the shower, so that way my hair is a lot more silkier as the shower head just pours down on my hair, and it just smoothens out the nappiness of my hair. So what I do, I comb from the ends of my hair and I work my way up to the roots. So there's no straining, there is no tucking and pulling and ripping, so for me to part my hair and I'm seeing a lot of hair sticking out, I'm like, whoa, why is that why is that? But yeah. So this is the type of hair I have. This is the second package. And this is the third package. All right, so what we need to do is start off with one package. So that's my plan, my mission. I'll just keep it here on the side. And I think I haven't told you guys, I was just busy mumbling away and how this step exchanger basically caught my attention by the Value Village. But yeah, I'm just gonna use this step exchanger to place strands of hair, and those strands of hair I would use to braid my hair. They added box braids into my hair. Yeah, so that is a method, for those who don't know, that is a method to have extensions, braided extensions in my hair. And it's a specific technique that I use to use synthetic hair, or you can call it Kanekalon hair, onto your natural hair, right? It works with any type of hair, to be honest, but I suggest people to have silky hair or blow dried hair, because you know, you don't want to braid your hair out with your natural hair and then all of a sudden you immediately see frizzy, or your hair, the ends of your hair just sticking out of the braids. So you want your hair to be slicked down and to blend in. That is the goal. Yeah, so the last time I had braids in my hair, I was actually in Alberta, Calgary, by the homeless shelter. And yeah, I'll show you the pic. I'll just post it right here. There you go. You have the pic. All right. So usually with Kanekalon hair or expression hair, whatever you may call it, usually you have to stretch out the hair for the hair to look like this at the ends, stretched out. Because if there is a sharp vertical of hair, right, as soon as you start braiding your hair, you'd see like a bit of hair, you know, sticking out of your braids. And your ends, by the way, as soon as you reach to your ends won't be intact. You want your braids to be intact at the ends, right? And in order for that to be intact, your hair, the ends of your hair needs to be thinned out. And in order for that to be thinned out, you have to stretch out the hair, blend in the hair, comb it out, comb out the nappiness, and yeah. So mine's are pre-stretched, and I usually use a brush. This is the type of brush that I use to brush out the synthetic hair as I go. And it was the same brush that I use by Calgary, Alberta. Like, there's so many things that I've been traveling with and I still have as of today. But as time goes by, I just have a bit too much stuff. So if I were to wound up homeless, someone will end up stealing my territory. Anyways, so I want my braids to be between small and medium. I'd say let's just keep it small. Because the smaller the braids, the more durable it is. right, so now let's start braiding. The braids are actually past my boobies, down to my hips. Yeah, so these are two braids, two single braids. They're pretty small. And they're down to my hips. They're pretty long. And yeah, I'm just going to finish each section. And each section I will show you a part before the section is complete. Because I'm not too sure how long this is going to take. And I don't think my storage can keep up, especially my battery. My battery is down to 15% right now, so I'll get back to you. Hey guys, I'm back. I have one strand of twist that I'm going to undo. All right, so one section is done. Look at the ends, right? Intact. That's what I mean. They are intact. And yeah, I braided all the way to the end. Some people did add what do you call it? Well, this is what we call a knotless braid. Some people do add knots at the end of their braids. Um, or yeah, I can basically just rock with my hair as it is without having to put it in hot water. Um, yeah, I mean, look at the volume, not the volume, but its flexibility. You see that? There's a lot of movements to it. It's not stiff, so there's a lot of flexibility in it. All right, so I'll be moving on to the second section. I'm so tired, guys, and my face, oh, my face is so oily. I tell you. I was barely, not barely, I mean, I wasn't touching my face the whole time, but the heat that I'm currently conquering is crazy. Not too crazy, but it's crazy enough. It's crazy enough for me to start sweating. I do have oily skin, so hey. All right. So moving on to the second section. Okay, so I finished the back. I finished two sections. I took a little nap. Now it's past 3 a.m. In the morning, and so I'm just gonna continue this section and then the fourth, and I'll get back. I am finished. I finished my hair. So this is the result on this side of my edges. And let me tell you, I try to fill it in as much as I can, but you can tell how bald I am, or how there's like a gap of no hair, just bare skin. And this is what I have, which is basically my sideburns. And there's like nothing here, nothing here. And this braid here is basically my edges that I gripped enough compared to this side. You see how full it is? And yet both sides was the same. Like it, both sides of my edges, where my forehead is it was the same in the past, right? Both sides was the same. Both sides were bald, or there was just barely any hair. And you see how this side grew back, and now this side is just back to where, you know, it was once bald. Anyways, guys, I'm tired. It took me 24 hours to get my hair done. 24 hours. Damn. I'm still gonna be wearing my bandana. Not bandana, but my scarf. But yeah, this is the result. Like I said, this size is actually size small. It's not medium. Um, yeah, I'll just give you a little tour on the back. So this is how the back looks like. Show you on the other side. This is how it looks like. And yeah, I like mines to be extra, very full. Okay. So when it comes down to the packages, I used exactly 2 packages, and each package has 6 bundles. So that being said, I used 12, exactly 12 bundles, and it's only missing me one mesh of hair of synthetic hair. And yeah, I've got to go. I have to go to work. Like, I've been sitting down for a good 24 hours and my behind is in pain. But yeah, anyways, I look good. I look good. My face is oily again, but yeah. Yeah, I barely touched my face. Maybe just scratch the side of my nose or my cheek, my forehead, wherever. But yeah. Whoo! What a journey! Rastafari. So this is the scarf that I'm wearing. And so usually, well, not usually, just recently, since last year, I started using like scarves over my box braids. But yeah, it's a Jamaican tradition. We call it Rastafarians. Usually you have to be a Rasta, like you have to have locks, which is a part of the process of being a Rastafarian and also being a vegetarian. However, my journey is a bit rocky, you know what I mean? And I got my lows, I got my highs, and I've been feeling ill as well. So, like, going to the hospital and they're telling me that, oh, you have to eat such and such. So, yeah, so like my nutrition is a bit different from being a vegetarian. But yeah, but this is basically a traditional head wrap for Rastafarians. So yeah, there you guys have it. Enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care.